You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Time them like this, where politics they shape with future, career they define we path them, and the economy they touch everybody in life.
Big thank you to
one program where they ask the hard question them and so bring the answer them close to you, face to face with the movers and shakers, the voice them will matter, the issue them will count. One time per week, one big name, one big issue, one-on-one on Liberty Online TV. Every Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. with Khadija Bangura. One-on-one, only on Liberty Online TV.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to the first edition of the Breakfast Show for this week, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, where they stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also now we website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We will bring this edition of the Breakfast Show come to you this Monday morning. My name is Khadija Bangura.
And Mina Mebel Kaba, good morning. Today is Monday, the 15th day of December 2025. Inside this edition of the Breakfast Show today, ahead of the National Delegates Conference for be early next year, we can hear from the All People's Congress APC party as last week, the Sierra Leone Police been given clearance to the Internal Elections Management Committee na the APC. For let them go ahead for whole meeting them we get for do with sensitization for second the internal elections them, and then particular meeting here for start today. Waiting at preparation, how the internal elections go get for Tanlek ahead of the National Delegates Conference. All of that information they go get inside this edition of the Breakfast Show.
All right. Well, this and plenty other story them they inside this edition of the Breakfast Show for you this Monday morning. Plus, we go hear from the Political Parties Regulation Commission (PPRC). But how far they don't go now with the complaint where Alhaji Chief Sam Sumana been care against the APC executive to them. Waiting at the update, how far PPRC don't go with that complaint. They waiting at some of the things that will come out from the various hearing them and witness that we don't testify. You go know inside this edition of the Breakfast Show. And also, as we all know, inside we Thursday edition of the Breakfast Show, we've been talking to the head of police media, when I beg your pardon, when Assistant Commissioner of Police, Brahma Kamara, we confirm say a particular individual, what they call Edwina Hawa Jamiru, they are in custody from the 8th of December. According to the police, they say the Olam for allegation we get for do with cyberbullying and cyber stalking. The police not been agree for disclose the name of the person we go report Edwina Jamiru, we make the Olam that in custody up till now, but now the allegation and then the way they on Edwina Jamiru. Well, we don't see so many people don't raise questions about this detention where the police don't detain Edwina Jamiru. And one party organization them where we pull a press release now the African Women Rise, we say they want justice for Edwina Jamiru because for them believe say justice denied na voices silence, and then they call for the immediate release of Edwina Edwina Jamiru. Well, on the phone for speak on this particular press release, we deal with Fatima Babe. Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Good morning, good morning, everyone, and good morning to Sierra Leoneans. Thank you, I'm glad for joining us today.
All right, as I don't give a background to reviewers, the Musilsai Police been calling Edwina Jamiru from the 8th of December, and we've been talked to the head of media for the Salon Police, where confirm say yes, Edwina then in custody, and forum then says an individual being report Edwina for cyber stalking and cyber bullying. The police not able for disclose the individual will report Edwina. Firstly, as an organization, we don't fight for women's rights and also citizens' rights. We wanna get this information say Edwina Dena police custody. How wanna feel about that?
It's shocking. It's been very shocking. Yes, Edwina don't they talk. Edwina don't they make video them. They talk out of frustration. They talk about an issue. They talk about in frustrations with the system, with the person we don't they deal with. But it been shocking to we say police go arrest them because what thing they happen to them right now. Not to just individual injustice. This is not a test of Sierra Leone injustice system. This young woman, na young woman, we don't go through exploitation as a minor. As if we don't explain before it go through this relationship here with this very, very much older man when Justice Momoja Stevens, when he been very, very young. Now it end up with pregnancy. It tell we at some point say the man be want make it abort the pregnancy, but he not agree for abort him. So this make the man vex because the man want for protect in marriage, he want for protect in status. So where he don't born the pikin, he can't deny. He denies it not to give that girl the belly. But DNA prove say 99% or more na in the papa for that pikin day. So after that, they don't say if for support the pikin, but still they not enforce that order day from the court. So you can imagine how much frustration where this girl that they go through since a teenager. They go through this with this man here. Now, because it is speak out, they don't arrest her now, detain him, deprive him of in freedom, deprive him of in liberty, not to because he commits a crime, because when somebody commits crime, police for explain the crime what the person commit. But they not want to explain the crime what he commit, they not want to explain would that accuse him of this crime here. So, the core injustice of, Edwina in situation is that this not somebody where it troubled, where somebody powerful don't misuse them over the years. So now for make it in detention, a very, very shocking thing to we. It's not fit for dinner detention at this point.
Currently they describe Edwina as double victimization case. For
Yes.
how Una reach to this conclusion say this is a double victimization towards Edwina?
Double victimization because the person where it be done deal with, when Justice Momoja Stevens, he start the relationship with him when he been very young, and this man is much older. So for make an older person when a powerful person deal with a minor, that means they not exploit him, they exploit him. We go say, oh yes, not angry for her. No. When Pekin Day at that age, when girl Pekin Day at that age, it's very, very easy for let an older man manipulate them. So that was she has been a victim of this man, a victim of Momoja Stevens. So now, as an adult, where it don't go through this, it try for express in frustration, then the police they can now for come or the justice system they punish her now because they request accountability. Edwina don't they do this for? They make them video for now because he wants accountability. So now he don't ask for that accountability there. the justice system say he don't do wrong. So this not the second victimization. So Mama just even victimize them. Now the police and the justice system they victimize them. So from exploitation, then they silence them, and now detention. So this now the double victimization. This so this not a pattern. It's not an accident. This not a pattern for say where girl picking they don't wrong. We get a lot of cases the way they die at the court, they're not ever reach justice. We even get a case right now in a Bo where done there for 3 years when a gang rape, when a 30 day justice not there. So girl picking and not they get justice in that country day. So Edwina in case don't show say girl picking they're not for speak up. They're not they get justice now the court, then they're not for speak up about the issues, then they suffer in the hands of these older perpetrators.
Madam Babe, what's it gonna be you respond to somebody where go say Edwina don't go beyond the issues where happen with injustice, Momoja Stephen. Edwina now they make videos where the other side of the public they see and like they insult state authority. Edwina they make videos where gets political undertone. They speak against the current administration, and that's different from what happened between ex-lover the justice.
What's wrong for let somebody criticize in government? I not see say and somebody where not a citizen, if he don't suffer injustice na in country, why enough of voice out a issue about the government in your role in an issue? There is nothing wrong with that. Then not to for make Edwina speak out about waiting the government in role don't play in frustration, waiting the government in role don't play in the victimization where it don't go through. I not see say that one they break any law. If that one they break a law, make them tell we now which law with that break. Because they not tell we say it break law where it talk against the government. So the government, now the people's government, the people go be satisfied with the government or they're not going to be satisfied with the government. So if the people not satisfied, somebody not satisfied with the government, it need for, it get that freedom, therefore let it speak out. So Sierra Leoneans then, now this they make Sierra Leoneans then they afraid for speak out about the issues and where they affect them. So if, the perception say if you talk about government, that one they go land you in a prison. This not a justice. Justice not for enough for happen. They're not for take somebody in freedom because they don't talk about waiting the government in role don't play. And then the detention under these circumstances. Now, not to just the physical liberty where Edwina don't lost. This is not a psychological torture, torture for let them set example to the rest of the citizens. Then for say, we not go do you right, but you not for talk about it. If you talk about it, you go land in a prison. So this not for be the norm na the country. This not for be the norm na the country because the government gets responsibility to the people and the people get a right. So the government not for say where it not play in your role for in responsibility towards a citizen not for talk about them. It's very, very wrong.
Your organization or you as an individual at any time been there in direct communication with Edwina before they go detention, so?
On and off, we can exchange texts. Yes.
Because the reason why they ask, what thing you go say after the issue be done gonna court? We all know say them be don't ask for do a DNA, the DNA be don't come out in favor of Edwina, and also we be here say there was a ruling where been clearly states say the individual in question, the judge, supposed for the give child support to Edwina, and from then Edwina been still they do videos them. What you go say towards that? Say what was she asking for after where the courts be even don't give make a decision in favor of for say for the get child support. Waiting else they want.
The child support where they order, they not enforce them. they don't ever enforce them. So for order now one thing, but for enforcement is another. So they enforce the child support, but they not enforce them. They order them. So, you know, and this now also an issue of, you know, Edwina in right to freedom. So beyond the moral injustice, where Edwina for make Edwina continue for day na detention because he don't talk against government, or he don't talk, you know, he don't say something where government feel say he don't criticize them. The detention, there is serious constitutional and human rights questions them, because for make Edwina continue for talk just because they don't give court order, it get that freedom they for continue for talk. It get that freedom they for make let the world. If Edwina not been come for can't tell the world what it happened to her. Me and you know for they are right now. Me and you know before ever no say Momo Jas Stevens don't they sleep with a 16-year-old. It don't come born. Edwina na 20 years old. Momo Jas Stevens is over 55 years old. So for make this happen, where the very thing where Edwina do, we don't inform we the people for say this don't they go on. Now the very thing she's getting punished for. So because the order not mean say enough for talk. And the Constitution of Sierra Leone they guarantee every person in right to personal liberty. So for make them deprive them of in freedom, where they not, you know, strictly tell the public the law or the necessity, you know, what to make them detain them. This now a violation of in human rights, a violation of the constitutional right as a Sierra Leonean.
So, they make 5 demands them. Now this press release we do. The first one say the immediate and unconditional release of Edwina. The second one, independent oversight and investigation into the conduct of the said judge. The third one say immediate enforcement of the child support order. Get protection of survivors and whistleblowers. And also the final one, public accountability from the office of the First Lady regarding the failure of the Hands of Our Girls initiative to protect girls like Edwina. Now, whose value this they bring come to this whole issue? Because currently, as we talk, since we last talked to the police, it confirms say Edwina been still there, detention, not in custody. Waiting this they bring come to this issue. Then 5 demand their way on the make so.
Now then need for happen right now, because Edwina enough for dinner detention at this point at all. If they've been calling for questioning about video where he put out, that's okay. Then if for calling for questioning, and you know, if he go there na host, then they investigate. But for make them put them in detention, deprive them of in liberty at this point, because he says something. Especially me and you know say he mentioned First Lady. So we believe say this is part of it. You know, this is part of the government in waiting and say he says something about the government. And also First Lady don't collect millions and millions and millions of dollars over the years for Hands of Our Girls. They talk say in the protect girl picking in another country there. Edwina is one of such girls that Hands of Our Girls for them they protect. If a case come out for say a senior judicial officer, it don't they exploit girl picking in that country. They say it don't end up with belle. It don't go deny the belle. The DNA don't say na ingi the picking belle. I believe the first lady in Hands of Our Girls had a role to play in this. We don't know what in First Lady in Hands of Our Girls don't do in that country day, because we don't see a whole lot of other cases. Khadija die where they rape him. We had to die where they rape him. A whole lot of other Pekin don't die. They don't die or they don't injured where they rape them. Where we not see who side Hands of Our Girls played a role. So Hands of Our Girls needs to be investigated. Independent oversight need to be done
Madam
over
Babi.
these Hands of Our Girls. So now we know what they do for girl picking them like Edwina and the rest of them.
Madam Babi, we not get the First Lady here, neither a representative from a office for defend some of them things. Then they let we just focus on the issues we get for do with Edwina. Now, according to the police, them call him in from the 8th of December. And from that time day to now is about 7 to 8 days. At this point, what thing una they urge the police for do in terms of Edwina in investigation?
The police need for no say this it amounts to arbitrary detention, and this is unconstitutional. Then they detain somebody because it speak out without any urgency, in not to a danger to anybody in the public. They're not. Then they detain somebody when a danger to somebody in the public. Where a danger to the public. But then this is arbitrary detention because they're not the show waiting. Then detain them for. There is no urgency for make a day in detention at this point. There is no necessity, not proportionate to waiting then accuse and say because it speak out. So the court ordered where they now Edwina in favor. They're not enforcer. They're not do anything for enforcer. So this they really show say this now arbitrary detention. And when detention don't become punishment for speech, this now something where we need for stop. So anybody in Sierra Leone we glad is say we're not happy with Edwina, where they don't put Edwina in detention, we're glad for that. Let them know say Edwina in arrest now all Sierra Leoneans them, because this arbitrary arrest now something where it day against the constitution, now something where they against the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Sierra Leone are part of the international community. Article 3 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights say everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of person. So for let Edwina where he not commit any crime where we know of, a day in detention, this is not a gross violation of the Constitution of Sierra Leone and the Human Rights Declaration.
Right.
And Article 9 says no one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest. So right now, Edwina they under arbitrary arrest. So the police for no say then they in violation of the constitution, and then they in violation of the human rights the human rights standards na the international world. So Edwina in case they violate not just with constitution but the international human rights standards. So Sierra Leone need for uphold them standards then and then somebody for loss in freedom based on waiting they don't do when there's something where is serious. Not to the thing this way somebody for lose in freedom for. So this is not a very, very gross miscarriage of justice with without any due process for Edwina. Now retaliation also.
All right, many thanks. Fatima Babi will join with this morning and speak on the press release wanna issue out to get for do with the detention of Edwina Hawajamiru, where they na police custody. According to the police, then call them in for cyberbullying and also cyber stalking. And the police refuse for disclose the name of the individual we go report Edwina Hawajamiru to them. And they still in a police custody from the 8th of December. We don't see yesterday USAI African Women Rise, when a civil society organization where Fatima Babi they lead this organization. Then pull a press release and they make demand say the police for release Edwina Jamiru. Just talk to them. We they go now to another issue quickly, and we they go to the Political Parties Regulation Commission, where they in charge for regulate the activities of all political parties in the country. As we all know, about a month ago, the former Vice President, Chief Alhaji Samsumana, been go to complain against the APC executive to the PPRC. The PPRC don't begin for look inside and complain there with the evidence them where they say Chief Alhaji Samsumana go with to them. They don't hear testimony from the people away now witness who been testify now them particular hearing them. So they ask the question outside PPRC day with the case of Alhaji Chief Samsumana, and as we don't see the police don't give clearance to the APC for let them go ahead and begin do sensitization as then they begin for all the internal elections them. So if the APC they make these moves, so go ahead and hold the internal elections, while pending complaint them apart from the always get for do with Alhaji Chief Sam Sumana, other member themselves like Paul Kamara get complaint against the APC executive and the PPRC. We get on the phone Lucien Momo, where na the Director of Communication and Training from PPRC. Good morning, Lucien.
Yes, good morning, Kajida and Sambule Mona Ado.
As I tell with viewers them, una get complaints of APC members them before now, and the last day we'll talk to you, you confirm say una don't begin hearings, una don't begin the calling witness them for can testify, and very soon una will come back to the public as waiting go be the judgment una go give. But we see the party they make moves for go ahead with the internal party election. So one go they wonder also exactly una day now we then complain there, whilst the party they move ahead.
But now just clear one thing. The All People's Congress not they go ahead with internal election. So what thing then they do according to the release now sensitize and they go sensitize the people as to one how they go get for all the lower level elections, which I think say the people they get for need for let them go be part of that process. Coming now to the question they ask, on the 1st of September, we received a letter of complaints from the former Vice President with Alhaji Chief Sam Sumana against the All People's Congress. And we as a commission in turn we get for them in complaint them day to the party, and the party in turn they respond, and the party in response will be sent out to Chief Sam Sumana, and he respond back say he not agree with the position the party takes. So when we will not be left with any option but now for call them into hearings, Usai will carry the complaint fresh and names them with them and call, during the submission where the complainants been raised, and then they issue them where the respondents when at the APC party self be they defend their own stance. We may forget names them of people away. Some of them, majority of them are found the members of the party. They don't join that party from the 1960s. And then them don't hold big position at the party. So we can listen to them. And we again call members of the ITGC. The ITGC chairman say, they come there because we not address them as the injuncted chairman of the APC. And we don't know anybody not injuncted chairman of the APC. And we know say the ITGC in life be end the day where the expert emotion ruling where Justice Anaboni Binji Naimi killed, Naimi ended the ITGC in life. So we listen to all the witnesses then. We'll be able to talk to Honorable Abdul Karim Kamara will line up with the secretary at the ITGC. We'll be even call on Honorable Mohammed Sheridan, but we'll not be able to get her for camp. The day where it will come, we will get a long hearing. So the other day will be scheduled. We'll not be able to get some. To talk to all of the witnesses them where we get. We also been look at an issue where Mohammed Paul Kamara, other Mohammed Kamara been bringing camp. The issue them is similar, and just one gain difference. Then we get where the Mohammed Kamara they get talk about gazetting of the executive of the All People's Congress. But with the issue of Mohammed Paul Kamara, the issue was legitimacy of the executive, whether not the ITGC legitimate or not the current executive of the party legitimate. But when the respondents through the lawyer when a lawyer African so we say when they gain submission, they submit the expert motion ruling where Honorable Justice Anaboni Binji, where now they make for understand say, ITGC be done, not be they exist again. There was a TIMUC when now them the expert motion in getting right for go conduct the delegates conference. So at that point, Edway been go with Mohammed Paul Kamara, Edway been go with nine wife raise the hand say he want make a point. Now I say, well, they don't be understand that one day, so then they go up the matter. So I did that one day you done. So we been get petition them again on the internal rules and regulations of the party. We people in petition, some clause them inside the rules and regulation. We don't deal with them. Some people able to understand like they know us, the National Union of APC students them. Then concern was then they forget 20 people away for participate in a delegate conference. They're not been too clear as to how they for do election for the balance 5. Because the 15, they come out from all the 15 colleges them where the APC no asket, and the 5 they not be understand. But in that meeting, they agree say the immediate executive person after the leader them for then different NOAS structures then they now them 5 then they now the region them and then they pull the immediate officer they after the one at the senior one at the region that ain't go represent. So that one day that it matter way in be don't clear day. The only thing no more now when we go for come out to the ruling sometime this week because last week we treat for Sidon for do the ruling. Mind you, we have to take with them. We're not going to rush into anything we will do. We're going to take into account every bit where anybody submit now their hearings and then with the marriage, the fact with the laws of the All People's Congress, with the laws of Sierra Leone, inclusive of the Constitution of Sierra Leone 1991, Act number 6 of 1991, the Political Parties Act 2022, Act number 25 of 2022, the APC 2022 Constitution, and even we will even get to a look into the 1995 Constitution of the APC, because at some point in the complaints and the discussion, that 1995 Constitution they surface for discussion. So currently
now that Lucien, now that you don't make mention of the 2 constitution them, the 1995 constitution and that of the 2022 constitution, when are they the bone of contention, they when a camp and the membership clause, when are in Chief Sam Sumana, they complain about the 2022 constitution. They talk about if I don't serve 5 years consecutively, then you go get the powers now for contest for be flag bearer of the party. One go they wonder how the PPRC they bring in the investigation on the hearing the 1991 constitution where the APC done review and now then get a new constitution.
Now, the issue of Chief Sam Sumana started with the 1995 Constitution. Lord be clear with that fact there, because it was expelled in 2015, and 2015 to 2022, somewhere around February, if I can get it right, or December, we didn't get the 2022 Constitution. The 1995 Constitution was still in force. So, dealing with those issues from then and day to then and the way the 2022 Constitution come, we just get to a look waiting the law be the rule around the 1995 Constitution, because now in been they in force at that time with the expeller. Going forward, looking about the one of the other complaint we bring where they look inside the 2022 Constitution, looking at clause 56B of the Constitution, looking at Article 14.2 of the internal rules and regulations of the All People's Congress, who will belong Gazette, which some people they object. So we're going to look at all of those things, them, intern them with the laws. Some part of the complaints get for do 1995 Constitution. Some part of the complaints, like I mentioned just now, the clause of 5 years, get for do with the 2022 Constitution of the All People's Congress and the rules and regulations. So we're not going to divorce anyone from the other one, because now one now bring one, and somebody else been there where be make up that honorable Colson today, Albami Colson today, then talk about the issue of nomination fees. So we're going to look at all the other rules and regulations that will be done there before that 2022 rules and regulations there. If any violation there, or if it be there on top or it be on the other side, because what we recall say we know when they deal with political parties say in 2017 the rules and regulations with the All People's Congress used during the lower level elections, them even to the flag bearership election, nobody not be paying nominations. See that they will take note of that one. They say in that rules and regulation there were no nominations fee. There was another rules and regulations where we fall under the 1995 Constitution, where we prescribe an amount of money, and there are other rules and regulations prescribe some other amount of money. And this 2022 rules and regulations, instead provide a loan with 100,000 new loans.
Lucien, if we look at timeline, all this time where the PPRC they take for do this particular work and come to a conclusion where we go finally talk to the public, it gets for affect the APC in any way, because the party we know we don't get a timeline for the internal elections where they be moved because of the issues where they go on. And now 2026 and they expect to forget the National Delegates Conference. Up till now they not get the internal elections yet. So in terms of the timeline, how does it affect the APC?
Well, let me just make them very clear again. PPRC not get anything for do with the timelines. Now, when the commission start the hearings, the chairman make them very clear to them, say, we go done with this issue depending on our willingness to elect it done quick. And at some point, the chairman will say, he will gladly, if when we don't one for the hearings, then by discussion maybe take place. If the next day they will come for the hearings, then we'll say, people say, you know what I'm saying, we don't solve this problem now, let it done. And we will just pack who bag them and wait for them go knock, meeting, and go fix their dates then. We know how I say the lifespan of the current executive of the Post Congress they end in February. And what we are saying, there is a clause in the Political Parties Act 2022, Act number 25 of 2022, where give them the laxity for extended time to 6 months. So what do they expect by when we don't pull we ruling this week, late this week, or maybe early next week, you know, because I'm not going to assure you, give you specific time. We believe, say, then go now get for go to the NAC meeting and go reorganize the calendar, because the calendar what they may get initially, they may not start level elections in August. But now because of the rules and regulations where they pull, with the law say for gazette for 30 days and call for objections, now he may will get the objections then and we can join with the complaints where the former vice presidents make.
Lucien, quickly, as you state, say, whilst una they do una investigation and also listen to testimonies, una we go way back to the 1995 Constitution, because Chief Sam Sumana, some of the issues them where he bring to una start then 10 day. Una be able to look inside the issue where gets for do with Alhaji Chief Sam Sumana, where them be expelled from the APC, going back and form another political party, contest in an elections.
I'll not go one for preempt, waiting for B, we own stance, but I will tell you one thing, we're very clear. You know, the Constitution of Sierra Leone, very, very clear as to powers. When you look at sections 125 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone 1991, Act number 6 of 1991, it tells you, say, the Supreme Court, they get jurisdiction over all other courts and adjudicating authorities them inside Sierra Leone. So if the Supreme Court don't take a decision, I don't think say anybody safe could tell you say PPRC will not go against the decision of the Supreme Court. That is very clear. From when we start this discussion, we will not make it very clear, say whatever has been done by the Supreme Court, we don't get that judicial jurisdiction for the church waiting Supreme Court, they don't touch. But because the matter will be going to Supreme Court, they therefore deal with the removal of office. And because the removal of office from office, therefore do with 41 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone 1991, Act number 6 of 1991. So we go therefore talk something small about that, because of the loss of membership na the party, na him be make, you know, them pull an office as vice president. But as I say, because the Supreme Court will not take an action, and any action taken by the Supreme Court cannot be unturned by anybody, any other body, including where they under them, except they self overturn their own decision.
All right. Many thanks, Lucien. We talked to we this morning, and we look forward to the ruling where the PPRC go get forgive on Chief Alhaji Samuel Sam Sumana in case where even care go na the PPRC against the APC executive. And as soon as you from PPRC, anytime inside this week, then go come out with a ruling, because they say they don't look inside all the complaint and evidence them where Chief Sam Sumana been care against the APC executive.
Alright, you still a watch the breakfast show where they come to you live na Liberty Online TV, and members say you say forget question or comments for make regarding the issues that we dey cover na the breakfast show. You can feel free for drop them na the comment section and the different platform. Also, you dey watch with this morning. We dey welcome with studio guest now. We na Abdul Karim Kamara from the All People's Congress Communications team. Good morning and welcome to the breakfast show, Abdul Karim.
Yeah, good morning, my people. Good morning. How are you?
All right, we don't tell the viewers them you there this morning for Kangui updates, especially after we the Sierra Leone Police SLP bidongi clearance to the Internal Elections Management Committee. Now the APC for go ahead and get meetings them we get for do with sensitization ahead of our internal elections. But before we start, let we just know from what you don't hear from the PPRC this morning, waiting at the position of the APC regarding all waiting the PPRC don't see a Daniel position on investigations that they do for look into concerns them where on members then carry to them.
The position of the APC is very clear. We await the ruling. It's like any other position. We cannot do anything outside that one.
So awaiting the ruling means say the whole timetable still they like how it been they force, although police don't go na clearance for go ahead and do sensitization meetings ahead of our internal elections.
That will be completely misleading if I say the whole timetable continue as for this, so because we're already done the behind time. I don't know why my voice look off. We're already done the behind time. But however, when rulings come on and Jerry waiting to see and they say clearly, would they meet back, knock the meets and get new timelines? And possibly maybe would they ask when invoke the provision we provided for in the PPRC Act for an extension of time so we're able to factor into we calendar exactly what we're supposed to do from now to the NDC. Because as it is now, we already did behind schedule. Had it not been for these objections and observations, I think say by now for done because it was all set for the 19th, 2026 for the NDC. So by all indication, that's completely far from happening now. So we await the ruling. Anytime the ruling come on, then the APC gonna wait now the next step.
So whilst awaiting the ruling, we see the SLP in response to a notification letter where una Secretary General be sent to the Sierra Leone Police, giving a clearance for do sensitization. Waiting on the happen because today the 15th, now they expect say based on the calendar where we see in response to a letter when I write to the police for notify them so now do sensitization ahead of the internal elections where they confirm that today for start na Cambia. So waiting they happen currently.
Specifically Cambia and Port Loco. You see the APC na a beautiful party. A party we believe in core tenets of democracy. A party we believe say amidst all different vices of governance, others can use utilitarianism, aristocracy, and other different forms of governance. APC believes say the best form of governance is democracy, where the majority takes decision. And so we not just want to see and make it in paper, but want to see it in practical terms. So the birth of the APC March 7, 2022 Constitution creates an organ in the APC pursuant to Section 42 or Article 42 of the Act, where we call the Internal Elections Management Committee. It's called the IEMC. This committee we purportedly created or crafted for supervise, organize, and conduct elections of the party at all stratas. At all lowers, at all levels. So that's not a constitutional mandate. And now that at least the executive tenure they elapse, because for every tenure of the executive is 3 years, and now that it elapse, it now invokes that organ of the party called the IEMC for come back again and conduct all other elections for renew the term of office. Because don't forget, they continue for the office when your time of office don't elapse. Or else anything where you do the in law, it's called null and void. So it is because of this provision, Article 42 of the Constitution, we make IEMC now they go round and tell people and say, hey, wait a second. Then people there will be the elect. Then time in office almost they elapse. We can prepare for re-elect them or elect new people. And this is the modus operandi. This is how we intend to go about it. for make you get the right to vote and be voted for. This na A, B, C, D you supposed for do. This na things and this, then things then we not supposed for do. And for make you able say, I want contest, if I don't do at the party, if not at the lower level, 1 year and fully paid up. If not at the district or regional level, 2 years and you'll be fully paid up. If you want to be a national officer, for don't have a party for 5 years uninterruptedly, fully paid up. So these are all the basic information we then call sensitization. How you can know yourself, say you fully paid up by the publication of the party register or voter register, or they publish a conspicuous place so say you able go and watch for your name and give unto your district chairman, go do your vetting and know say indeed you meet all the requirements. These are all the things they are going to do. That's why it is called a sensitization, and it is now already ongoing because they are starting to the harness.
Now that they go ahead with sensitization for begin all internal elections, one go dey wonder how they go ahead with that the way the APC get other internal issues then for solve. For example, still get aggrieved members them we take the party to the PPRC, and also still get this big elephant in the room where the party not only talk about the issue of 2018-2023 flag bearer we just missing, not they participate in party activities. They know they see him closely to the current executive of the party, but he's still a member and he still gets huge chunk of in support of them. We believe in him.
I dismiss that allegation completely. It's not true. It's untrue. Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara is an active member of the party, and now he 2-time standard bearer of the party, both in 2018 and in 2023. And we still see him as a stalwart, a stakeholder, a very serious stakeholder in the party. But everybody in politics get in your way in doing your political thing. Others like us choose to sit in the television here to talk. Others choose to sit behind the doors and push the buttons. So everybody they can play in your role. So I would say he's doing his own bit. The party is more united than ever before. Save otherwise, somebody can prove me wrong. But for now, I know Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara wants to see the APC back to power. He's ready to give his all. His supporters, everybody know, and he always can nickname himself, say he always puts Salone first. And he believes, say, the kind way Salone they go right now. Any attempt for make APC do into disarray as a result of harm, it will wreck this country untold problems.
AKK, you say Dr. Samura an active member of the APC. You can authoritatively state now say Dr. Samura Kamara they in constant touch, engagement, or any form of communication with the current executive of the party where they run the party now, from the time when they be gather back and forth publicly on office keys and no office keys. You can authoritatively sit on here and say Dr. Samura Kamara is fully aware of all activities within the APC, or not so just sweet talks they make this morning.
For me, I don't believe in the politics of deceit. I'm a blunt speaker. People know me by that. You ask the Lance and Aduma, they will tell you Kiki is very blunt. Very blunt. For me, I remember one time again when I hosted me now with regards to when we changed Dr. Samura Kamara and appoint Dr. Kelfara Amara as the lead negotiator. In politics, Shakespeare says, in political life or in politicking, it's like a stage. Everybody's an actor. You don't act. By all indication, you will not ever remain to be on the stage. There needs to be new actors. But that doesn't mean if he descends the stage, he's no longer a participant or he's not a member of the crew. However, personal communications is completely his personals. I don't know when he talks to the chairman. I don't know when he talks to the secretary general. But for we in the party and for we as stakeholders in the party, anytime we meet, we always ask, are we reaching to Dr. Samura Kamara? Yes, we are reaching to him. Is he communicating to us? Yes, he communicates in equal measures. So I repeat this, we don't get a role for play. We are in a party, anytime we see again there is a befitting role for Dr. Samura for play, we call him back for camp performance. That's how the party operates. So we have so many players where everybody wants to put on the jersey and play. We've given him his role to play. He has played very well, distinguishedly well. So now let's have other new actors. So that doesn't mean because he's not on the stage at this moment means he's not participating. His personal life is solely controlled by himself. He calls those who want to call and talks to those who want to talk to. But for the party in its entirety, I do believe, say, the issue of electoral justice have not begun to simmer down. Because we all don't realize now, say, indeed, whilst we be the fight electoral justice, we equally be the try to put the party in activities upright. Had it not been for that, by now, for only far beyond time. So we always try to make sure, say, we go to all two side by side, and that is exactly what we have achieved.
Moving ahead, conducting internal elections when a build up to on a big event when they go pick a flag bearer, we go stand under the party for the next election, and leaving the issues we get for do with aggrieved members and others things them within the party. Una confident say na the right move this una they do?
I still want to dismiss this issue of not dealing with aggrieved members. We don't have aggrieved members in this party. The aggrieved people we have are those people who have lodged complaints or objections with PPRC with regards to the rules we propose. These are not enemies of the party. Maybe some people, in fact, there is another situation where somebody asks why we not create the rules how for elect MPs, councillors. But because the person not be no, when you go PPRC, we go there, we edify them, say, it is only when we don't done with lower level elections. General elections don't come. The party again, they call on how we elect people and where they name them deserve, provided it's on a PR system. How they put their names in at the list who they submit na ECSL. This is not the right time. But the person make a petition. So when we go PPRs, we edify them. Then you understand. So these are not aggrieved people. The truth is, it's not, again, there's a beauty about people who are lawyers. It's not all lawyers that can finally interpret the law. That's why we have constitutional experts. So to read it is one thing, and to grasp it and understand exactly the intent of the drafters is another thing. So therefore, we don't have aggrieved parties in the APC. Whosoever will lodge complaint or objection at PPRC, either one thing, if it's not correct, he want know sometimes he not able to get access, so he don't go do and this. So they can clarify these things, and that's why we had a very lengthy deliberation. CD was there, myself was there at one occasion, although I was so busy in court. So one thing, in the other last time, in fact, myself, Abdul Karim and others, we had PPRC. So some of these things we able to bear.
And this don't take a very long time when the panel now. We don't affect, clearly don't affect the whole calendar of what's going to be the plan for Dubai now ahead of the National Delegates Conference, where for be early 2026.
Sure.
But it don't affect a lot of things because then people here, they seek this clarity. From the party angle, inside of thousands of una membership, have these people been fair to the party?
I want to desist from this statement. I did mention this statement once, but now I'm going to desist from saying it. The reason is this. The beautiful part of what we do in the APC now for make we develop all the rules and regulations coming from the APC constitution. So, and I said this to people here, I remember sometimes I said it again at Liberty here, that it was a deliberate attempt by these people who want to strangulate the progress of the APC. The reason why I said so is this. It's because you know say you able to read and write. Everything we put in other rules and regulations, we pull them from the APC constitution. So what is new? So had there been synergy, had there been the disconnect of ill thoughts, I think say this thing all run off on the leeway. But however, we don't jump past that and then all man don't reach PPRC. We wait for PPRC ruling. Whatever the ruling is going to look like, as a party, we're going to look at the ruling, we'll look at its pros and cons, and we'll go for what is best fitting for the party, and they will settle for it. But however, what's very important at this point in time, which I want to discuss in its seriousness. Now that the APC want for excuse itself from the unfortunate situation what happened with the SLPP. What I mean unfortunate situation what happened with the SLPP. Now a situation where the APC now one day in a hall, who say the national coordinator of the IEMC, they say where people when they go vote, nobody know for carry go phone for go snap. Whilst another big stalwarts na the APC, they say, no, anybody where they go, they carry go phone. As simply put, what happened with SLPP? Well, man, they say, where people when they go vote, may nobody not carry go phone for go vote. First lady say, no, everybody where they go, even our international, the first world, everybody get right to in phone. We don't want to see that's uneasiness. We don't want to see that parallel things. That is why we want to see when we go to our convention or go to our elections in synergy. We want to see everything in order. So that I make, in the wisdom of the coordinator and the entire team, say, you know what? That thing will happen with SLPP, that unfortunate situation where Lima they say this, First Lady they say this, creates that confusion. We don't want to be in that picture. We want to be in the picture wherein everybody to go to the hall or to the queue for go vote, waiting for do and waiting not for do. And at the end of the day, the elections are conducted in a very peaceful, transparent manner, to the extent that even if you lose, you accept, say, I lose, on a very, 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 very sincere and genuine platform. We want to establish that thought that the loser feels convinced that indeed I lost honorably. You understand? So this is exactly the basic things we are putting in place.
So this sensitization period, how Unado organize them? Because the Sierra Leone Police very clear na the clearance when Guna say enough of be procession, enough of be rally, enough of be jogging, strictly meetings. And we all know when political meetings can happen. At the end of the meeting, some people can just in excitement, I want for go in procession. How Unado ensure say this one not go end to something go violate the clearance where the Sierra Leone Police gonna?
If any party then has Saloe law abiding, APC law abiding pass all any other political party, deliberately I'm saying so. We have never been found wanting in doing things that are uncomfortable and that will provoke peace and security. In fact, what will they do? Will they meet town hall meetings? And it's going to be a 16 electoral district engagement. Will they meet in every district headquarter town? Will they meet in all the electoral regions in this country and make sure, say, with town hall meetings be very educative, and will they achieve the goals that we want? Not to rally, not to procession ugopa, not to gladigadi ugopa. Now for me could go teach the people of the APC, the will-be aspirants and the will-be voters, as to exactly what's the modus operandi. What they qualify you for become an aspirant or for run for a position, and which equally they qualify you for make you able to get that franchise for vote and be voted for. This cannot be done when the place is chaotic and noisy. It can only be done in a very tranquil place, a place where there's quiet and serenity. So this is exactly what you expect to see.
You talk about say no for go sensitize will be flag bearer aspirant or aspirant them already. And the public don't they see so many people, don't they come out everywhere? Some man get banners, some man gets flyers in the streets. They say it wants for be a flag bearer for the APC. And a lot of people don't they spend plenty money. How una go able forget all them people there under una umbrella for let them make sure say then join the sensitization, and during this sensitization una begin preach the message to them, say anybody will happen for win na the convention and be the flag bearer, una all get responsibility for rally behind this person. Don't not get a repetition of what happened 2018 and 2023, where some man vexed another campaign for this candidate because it be supposed for be me.
That's a nice question anyway. Firstly, I want to make this very clear. Abdul Karim with Sidona Studio now, by all indication, had it been the way you ask and so for the Cambia now and Poloko for join IEMC. It's a process where not they involve none of party officials and even will be flag bearers or flag bearer aspirants. They know they join the IEMC. The reason is this. The IEMC is 100% neutral organ in the party, where they can deal with elections of all stratas of the party. So we should not, like for me who has an ambition to run for a national position in the party, you know they expect me for being in the company of IEMC. Or else you don't begin the compromise IMC right from the inception.
But you're a member.
Yes, I'm a
And then they
member.
go for against membership.
Yes.
So
But I am
anybody
not
who
only
wants
a
for
member
contest,
now, I am
anybody who
some-
wants for contest any position, not for the part of this sensitization.
I don't think it's appropriate. This is the point. This is something again. The law, we get for try for see the law and try for contextualize the law. They work out IEMC, and you at the same time you want to be flag bearer. And the one way you want to be flag bearer, the one way they go conduct your election, now you're into the enter and come on.
Not being part of the IEMC, but the audience. Because
That's
at
the
the
point.
membership,
For me,
then they go against.
I have to be in Bo. I have to be in Bo on the 16th.
But
Yes, no, the 20th.
You earlier say during the sensitization there, now the 10 them when they use for set the pace or inform.
Correct.
Whoever
It is
want
not
for be
us.
flag bearer.
Yes, it is not
waiting
us.
at the standards according to una party constitution.
Correct, but it's not us. It's the IEMC that is doing that. For us, who will be there in the hall, because don't forget, nobody know Dina Salo no come out from district. So, for instance, SSS, na Poloko come on. So the way IMC go Poloko, it go in at the meeting. For instance, Dr. Kelfara Amara, na Kwenadugu come on. So the way IMC they reach Kwenadugu, go in at the hall. They get for teach these people waiting they're supposed to do. But they should not be part of the team. I understand what I'm trying to say here.
This sensitization trip where the IEC of the party, IMC of the party, they all. What in exactly the APC want for project out there?
Beautiful. It's independence, neutrality, and the confidence in all aspirants that this is an independent body that doesn't favor, that doesn't create any uneasy situation to favor one person as against the other. Or this is an institution or an organ of the party that is in no way ready to skew the system to favor one person. Totally independent, neutral in its dealings and in everything and its entirety. So it's a special and distinct organ of the party. So therefore, in fact, whosoever that is in that committee of the IEMC, that's a member of the APC party, an aspirant, whosoever wants to run for a position, whether at ward level to the highest level, notice one person at that committee of them, that this person in one way or the other, they support social candidates for be chairman self na constituency or for be flag bearer self na social place. Bring that to the party. The party will act swiftly because we want to see this set of people that at the end of the day when they conduct elections, Khadija, if you lost, you for accept the results being with honorability. Say indeed, I lost on a genuine platform.
What you go say to somebody who they watch you, we go argue say neutral person no dey now in a party right now. Everybody don't go into camps because of there's so many flag bearer the way they come out. Everybody believes say if this a support them, it be the flag bearer I stand more chance than this individual. So the issue of neutrality among the APC na big question right now.
Well, if it's a big question, then my very self seated here, I'm equally a big problem to myself. Because Abdul Karim Kamara seated here supports no flag bearer. I work for the APC. That is very different from me and other colleagues who has already taken sides. I had a very good relation with almost all the flag bearers in the APC. All of them, I eat and drink with them, we do everything in common. But I don't support none. Because I have told all of them that at the end of the day, whosoever emerges as the standard bearer of our party, I am going to work for you. So at this point, if at the question saying there are no neutral people, that are the very question myself. The fact remains the issue of suspicion will always be there. But one thing I can always tell people, the issue of integrity must not be compromised. For me, Abdul Karim Kamara, too big, I know I bear my finger. If I want to support flag bearer, if I don't support them by now, if I don't, they're all over the place. But no, I choose for work for the APC and only support no flag bearer until we come out NDC. Would I win? Then I'm a flag bearer. So at this point, I equally have that confidence that the IEMC, like me, kind, because me, we sit on here, points me challenger anywhere, I have no flag bearer. No candidate, no, they are the support. I only the support the one way they win at the end of the day. So therefore, if me believe say na so are they, therefore believe say IEMC na so then go do. Because they self, by their constitutional manner, in fact, they now, me na like, na me choose for do so. But with them, not to then choose for do so anymore. Because the constitution require them for do so. And so whosoever amongst them you realize say it don't settle for a candidate. Let the party know. Let AKK know. Let the Secretary General know. Let CDI at Tunis know. And then we'll take that swiftly. Because we don't want, like you said, a reoccurrence of what happened. There are some people who will say, no, I know they support that candidates. But we will go, so that not to be election, we'll go pan and coronation. We'll all be don't know, say, that this man, they go win. So I know the supporter. We don't want that anymore. So we want a situation where people will lose and they will lose honorably.
Some set of the public get this opinion, say the APC una not put on a house in order yet, and una not even ready yet for contest in the next election. With all of them move there, how this go able for position una and realign on a vision as a party we ready for contesting an election?
You make her put me foot down, sir, because that question look very, very, very. Anybody who feels say APC not too serious for take power, well, that person, I don't know if now like Jessica, we don't go na mass. We want to go unearth the new knowledge of life. But if you didn't salon, you see the preparedness of the APC, the way would they take things in a step-by-step approach, the way would they maintain a cool and steady head around issues of the party. You dey realize say the APC is now ready than any other time before. This is very clear. When I always see the way we handle the issue of Mohamed Bangura in a parliament, and I don't been a party with a very level-headed leadership, it's like been chaotic. The issue, the way we handle the issue of Chiefs Alhaji Abubakar Siddiqui Samsumana, the way we handle so many issues, the issue of even just what you mentioned, the issue of the electoral justice, had there not been the level-headedness of the leadership of the parties, would have been chaotic by now. So whosoever is doubting, to the doubting Thomases out there, or to the naysayers out there, who still believe say the APC is not ready, I want to tell the person to give it a second thought, that your calculations might be wrong to a very large extent, because the APC, you see, so we're in a hurry for go State House. Now, they make everything would they do so now, it's all calculated to making sure that we access State House legitimately come the 2028. I don't give one guess every 28th June 2028. But on a more serious note, the APC is now ready than any other time before. The leadership of the APC currently, I will vouch for them that indeed they are doing significantly well. And the head of Secretariat, Lawyer Lanson Adumboya, has been nothing less but exceptional. His administrative prowess has been so phenomenal in the party, and will yield a dividend. To be honest with you, I tell you, to those people who are doubting us, we are ready for State House.
How optimistic una ready? Because even on our timetable, we wanna be done poll. Because still members in our party day. Because I didn't hear you they use for justify say we are ready. This is a timeline. We are moving from here. This is what next we are going to be doing. But all of that not even day as we did talking about this morning. When I not get any clear pathway, say we know say where we done this on this date. Now this we they do. Then can clear pathway then
maybe you help now for sensitize the people, because you guys equally have a role to help us political parties. How? Now I am coming. I'm coming.
We get
there's a
roadmap. So roadmap we not get no calendar.
So that is
no
why
date
I want you now to now go back again and take back those questions and answer them in the affirmative. Maybe you and I know, say before this time we don't pull roadmap, we don't pull calendar of event. True or false?
It has been paralyzed.
That is the point. So now the people out there will know that the APC is serious. Had it not been for the intervention of these petitions, you listen the man from PPRC, not to me talk again or something, you say na APC person talk. Listen and say, had it not been for these objections, plus or minus, if I don't done lower level by now, February, if I don't do convention. He said, but in fact, even at one point, then tell them, say, we will be then at PPRC, say, we want the moment when I go, so when I can, say, it's not there again. No one go do that, because they know, so we don't do everything. From the beginning of the lower level elections to the ultimate NDC, we don't pull timetable for that. So had then, but again, we get for follow constitutional provisions. That after we don't do this rule, we can go to PPRC and lodge them for 30 days for make these rules then matured. And during that period, the public gets the right for make objections. This is what we have done. So whosoever is sitting there that's saying, we're not able to do nothing, go back and say, APC don't do everything. But it is because of these people who have their objections there, make we don't delay so. And today I tell you about gist on here. Say today PPRC put ruling. First thing first, what they do as a party now for look the ruling and see the ruling in its entirety. How is it beneficial to the APC? How is it disadvantageous to the APC? If we look, say, the benefits they outweigh the demerits, then the APC they settle and they will move on. But whatever it is, as it is now, the people and the APC people know say, we won't go before. This is now the answer to it. That APC don't do everything, oh. But had it not been for them people there, Sam Sumana and others, Paul Kamara, they wouldn't go whole way for us. The concern for London district convention and regional convention said by now. But because Sam Sumana and Paul Kamara and others don't care we go PPRC, now in don't delay with so. So not to the party get problem. Not to the leadership of the party get problem. The party don't do any way things supposed for do. Now because of them people there, now they don't hold we so. So you don't see how that don't tell you say we are working, we are doing our best. We're doing our best.
If we jump the hurdle of Chief Sam Sumana, Paul Kamara, and others, tendency day for let other person care on back na PPRC.
Beautiful. Again, Khadija, you see, for me, I say so many things in few words. Now I make us say, let we see first the ruling of PPRC. As we lawyers can say, when something is under investigation or are waiting or on the trial or is on trial or whatever it is, it's sub judice. You for be so restricted in communicating to it because you know one prejudice the outcome of the judgment or the ruling. However, with the weighty PPRC they pull, I repeat again, when we look at PPRC the ruling and we see the ruling, if we see say that ruling gets any proclivity for make it provoke an order litigation upon litigation, and it's not there in the best interest of the APC, we'll not settle for it. But if we see what the PPRC they pull, and then we'll look at them in its entirety, say what it and do, it to some extent more beneficial to the APC and not to create further division and rancor. We'll settle for it and we'll go forward. But as it is now, all who say will team up now, who say the boss day now, who say the bottleneck day now, we they wait for PPRC then ruling. And having given us their ruling, the party sits with the lawyers, the legal team, everybody come and sit. We look at the ruling. We look at its pros and cons. We digest them. And then we'll decide as a party to say, okay, let us go by this ruling, or no, there are a few things we need for correct, or else we'll create loopholes, we'll open a Pandora's box. But as it is now, let us wait for the ruling and see what is going to happen. From that point, it will inform our next decisions or our next steps. But as it is, we know equally once you don't know more, they wait for the ruling, whilst time they beat we. Now make IEMC back don't begin, they go out now for say, whilst they wait for the ruling, the sooner the ruling come on, the party they bounce into action automatically. So we no one wait for the ruling time. You know, for say, don't forget again, the time not really there in our favor at this point, Mabel. I hope you understand. That's why you were asking just now, you're saying, how the people go believe say when they can do something. We don't do everything. This thing and not come stagnate everything. So now we have to wait again for the ruling for Como, for make we kick start again in a hurry. So all this we try for do. We don't want to sit down and wait. They can't no more try back what I will say. In as much as we fight for electoral justice, we equally know they left the party in administration in abeyance. We want to do all two together. So equally, while they wait for PPRC ruling, make IEMC start the sensitization. For begin to tell the people in the world say, for make you get right for vote. Now 1 year for they don't dinner the party for don't fully paid up. So if you don't pay trade in August 2023 to August, we're supposed to don't get the lower level elections in 2024. We don't make you 1 year. We don't pay that full 1 year. From August now to this November, if we hold election now, this November, you know the vote. Oh. You don't really then at the party, you don't pass up now 1 year. Now almost a 1 year, 4 or 5 months. But the point is you are not a fully paid up member.
AKK.
You don't understand these things where IMC they go do now.
AKK. Earlier, I asked you a question where you try so much for be politically correct in answering that question. The question I will ask you now that there are bigger issues where only the APC they pretend as if not to issues we get the tendency for Amboguna. I bring the instance of Dr. Samura Kamara. Now there's also another instance of the Alfred Peter Conte, where the APC seem not for even they discuss and they pretend as if not to issues this, we go for be a stumbling block for let una move past even the Samsumana ruling where una they wait for so now.
I repeat again, Khadija, I was not really being too politically savvy for make dodge that question of yours. I go back to Lucian, the ITGC issue. I got the opportunity for work in ITGC. I was appointed into the ITGC by Alfred Peter Conte. But for me, one thing I know they allow for make it cloud me thoughtfulness. I don't believe in blind loyalty. After the court, we don't rule a court of equal jurisdiction. And we get one thing we call, even in contract law, the battle of forms, that the last shot takes precedence over. Anytime you do a decision of similar courts of equal jurisdiction, the last decision takes preference over whatever decision that has been made. Now, ITGC during we own time, Justice Adrian Fisher be say, na ITGC for go conduct emergency delegates conference. The similar court of equal jurisdiction of the same high court, Justice Anna Boni, he nullified that and said now no to ITGC again at TIIMC for go conduct national delegates elections. Clear. Then conduct elections, the executive is here. So now, whosoever is still continuing to say no, there is an ITGC factor, no. Listen what Abdul Karim don't make very clear. We are all together, myself, Abdul Karim, AKK, and others. We're in the ITGC. The ITGC don't done. We have now a legitimate body of the APC that is running the APC's affairs. So whosoever who believes in the APC must come now and let's work together. One thing people not can accept now the fact that even Jesus Christ, let me say this as blunt as it is, if we all believe Jesus Christ, we all for them be Christians. The same thing to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If we all for believe in Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, wallahi we all for them be Muslims. So you cannot expect the APC, as numerous as we are in our Chinese number, that we all go get synergy before they go to elections and win elections. It's not just going to be possible. If I sit down and a liar go lie to people. But the most important thing is that we are looking for the majority of the APC, where we all go come together, we'll go win, we'll go call our brothers and say, "Una come." But for say, the APC, they wait for us. Out of 2 million membership with a project, say, all the members there, even if we get to 1,999,000, we for still go for the one person we don't let for making 2 million. Pass agree for us to all move along. No, you cannot be helping yourself. Let us look for the majority. That's democracy. Not to all us alone vote for President Bill. But they say the majority then vote for a win. Then the rule we so. So the APC, in as much as we may have dissenting views, let us go for those who have the majority and we'll go together. So for say we not get then these things is just too obvious.
So that means they expect that petition?
No, we're not expecting it. But even if they are there, in life you just cannot say this is not possible. But even if they are there, we're calling to their consciences that the APC is bigger than all. What is the bigger picture is the APC to go to State House. When we are in State House, all other things will find their spaces.
What you will say to person with it? Now, because internally, the leadership not able to handle some of the issues here, make it reach a stage, it go reach PPRC. Because internally, they exhaust different structures, it didn't work.
I cannot say it didn't work. Like for the instance of the Chief Alhaji Abubakar Siddiqui Samsumana in case, he exhausts all internal party remedies and the positions were very clear. He felt dissatisfied and he went to PPRC. So we are again waiting for PPRC ruling. The entire party organogram don't tell and say, "Pa, you not a member of this party. You not this, you not that. We don't officially get you back na this party through the NDC and your membership begin from that time." But he feels dissatisfied. The disciplinary committee and all other organs of the party rule same. But he takes it now further to PPRC. And one time, I don't know if now when I host in chief of staff now, I say, again, even if the ruling at PPRC come on, not favor them, they have the courts. So everybody has the right to go to court, right? This is your fundamental right when you feel you're being disadvantaged or being deprived. So I cannot sit there conveniently and say we are not expecting any other thing. But for the APC, which we conversant with and which we certain with, we have not done anything in contravention to our constitution. We hold our constitution sacred and we will do everything humanly possible to protect and guard that constitution. So if you take us anywhere you want to go, like we'll go PPRC. We will not talk about KUSEF. We say them people waiting and count we for say we not correct. But local constitution read them back. Waiting we put now rules so not in this constitution. None was pointed at.
So if the outcome of the PPRC not accord on our internal decisions, they want to be done to make earlier, waiting get for happen.
The party will decide.
All right, we'll look at few messages then. We don't come, then we'll come back to AKK and we will wrap up this edition of the Breakfast Show. I read from YouTube, Augustine T.S. Kamara, they say, Mr. Sam 28, why can't you guys allow the APC party to breathe freely? What Sam 28 doing to the APC is not helping at all.
All right, to look at more messages. This very first one we go look at from Facebook. Abubakar Rashide as say, if the current executive approve the IEMC.
All right, this other one, they say, AKK, these people you said can read and write, and I am assuming they also have access to the executive in case of any doubt or concerns, right?
This one say, what if the PPRC rule in favor of Chief Sam Sumana? What will happen to the calendar?
All right, this one, they say they still went ahead to the PPRC, which is clear indication that people have grievances in the party, and this is a big problem.
It say on a ask if favor electoral justice where Dr. Samura Kamara they pursue.
All right, so they look at more messages. Abubakar Rashid asks, so what if the PPRC rule in favor of Chief Sam Sumana? What will happen to the calendar?
All right, this one from Isakagbo is say AKK, we're not in a court or breakdown. We're not in a court. We're not in a court to break down the word same for we, please.
All right, to final allow me, the APC they far being for put themselves together for meet up the next election. You think say the party ready for take part in the next elections? Na question what this person they ask.
Francis Calon will go be me final before count to AKK. They say AKK not kill me, not kill me. Now where the power day everything go take order. Na question where they ask.
All right, this one they say internal party dissension is not a new phenomenon in political parties all over the world. All right, quickly, AKK, they come back to you. They'll go wrap up.
Yes. Do AKK believe in electoral justice? The answer is yes, 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 yes. And I don't do on record on several occasions that Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara go ever remain for being at the history books of this country. That is that person who believes say indeed politics not to do or die. We say in as much as politics not to do or die, we can agree and disagree at the round table. That don't go as a novelty to him. Now in your electoral justice, we don't get through the tripartite. And because I believe in the electoral justice, that is why the APC as a party, will they fully implement, will they monitor the complete implementation of the 80+4 recommendations in the tripartite recommendation, because that is electoral justice. That was what Samura Kamara was able to give to the people of this country. That legacy of his will protect, will guard, will make sure that we'll monitor as a party, will make sure that everything that was captured in that 80+4 recommendations are implemented to the latter. So that is why I believe in the electoral justice. But any other thing, devoid that, I think I'm not a party to it. The other thing I want to say, internal wrangling in the party. Somebody say, it's not a new thing. That's very true. Internal wrangling at the party is not a new phenomenon. But however, what is very clear, and the system of governance we get in Sierra Leone is democracy. We look for the majority, for at least for make we all come together, let we go to State House. I believe saying the APC is the All People's Congress. We can disagree now, but it doesn't mean we cannot agree later. So when power don't come, we always sing the APC song. And here, however, the other point I want to clarify quickly, now the area of somebody saying, how we go do with if PPRC rule against we or a rule in favor of Sam Sumana. I don't talk an clear. Sam Sumana not an enemy of the party. Sam Sumana na a bona fide member of the party. I acknowledge and respect, and I say I'm like a daddy to me. However, waiting AKK know they do now the fact that we need to slaughter the APC's constitution on the altar of exigency. I repeat, we need to slaughter the APC's constitution on the altar of exigency. We they do the due diligence. If PPRC rule anyway, we the party will go look, I repeat, we will look at what's in the best interest of the APC and go for it.
What's in the best interest of the APC?
What is in the best interest of the APC? And I think we're not they disturb we again. We're not go hold we back again. Say, oh, this if we're not green, they can go to court. We will go so go waste all that time. You understand? All we need is that, like the person rightly say, APC has the time not today in our favor. Indeed, time not today in our favor. Had it not been because of these petitions that we then lodge. But however, after the ruling where they come out, according to Lucian, where he says so, say they come out this week or next week, early next week. We want the ruling they come out, make it inform the party what's our next step. But however, I want to tell people and say, even if we're not able to hold with NDC in February, PPRC gets in the acts a provision where they invoke for make they extend the lifespan of the current executive to another 6 months. And inside that 6 months, I'll tell you, realistically, we don't done all lower level elections, or we don't get flag bearer before they go 2028 elections. Because
when they happen, nobody no go all on our back for illegality within the party
by invoking the provision in the PPRC Act for an extension of 6 months. No, nobody no go always so. Except
so a day in line with on a party constitution.
Yes, exactly. That is exactly the small relief we get. That had it not been because PPRC creates a 6 month extension, by now maybe you and I for only member waiting for do now because time not in our interest. But PPRC give political parties say in an event when I get constraint and for which is so reasonable, the PPRC acts they invoked that section for make the current executive expand in lifetime again for another 6 months. So during that time, then now by God in power, we don't do all lower level elections because don't forget we want avoid the issue will be happened with Dr. Samura Kamara in 2018, the issue of Usabiam. So one get to flag bearer almost 2 years before the election, so that everybody in this country go to accept him. Go in CV, they don't look at him, he don't look at him, he don't look at in and out, you know, say no, this kind of person APC don't give we so. Now the only person we fit at this time.
So going by the current schedule for the sensitization, then we they started in a Cambia and Portslock district. What do you go say to the membership regarding their conduct in accordance with the clearance with the police give now?
That's a brilliant one. With the communicate to membership out there, say please let us adhere strictly to the clearance with police give. That please not to rally, not to a procession, not to a place we for go do and make some rowdiness. Now a place where we need for sit down at a town hall, make we listen to IMC. Like for me, by God in power, go there the 20th because I want to sit down at the front row, make I listen to them because me not even privileged to waiting IMC. They don't put now the manual as to how the elections go look like because I want for Dede and I want for listen keenly. I'll be in Bo by God's grace for make I attend that all important town hall meeting. And make sure say we they conduct ourselves within the provisions of the clearance we then give we, so that we not alter that clearance at all. So that when they begin to teach Sierra Leoneans, we they showcase to Sierra Leoneans and say we are a law-abiding party. We not that kind of party we believe say the only way they go to state house now through legitimate means and decency, not through rancor and confusion. You only they go through state house through when the people of this country believe in you. Say indeed this is not the party where we don't vote for, and when that's will of the people to any extent people they want trample upon her, the people who come out and resist say no, you cannot trample on our rights. These are the people who don't give with rights, who don't give with franchise. They are the people who don't vest with powers and to for make them lead with. You cannot take that off from them. This is the confidence we want to build in Sierra Leoneans.
Thank you very much. AKK we join with this morning for can talk about on a sensitization where they begin today and the police don't give na the clearance for go ahead, and also they look forward to waiting to come out from the PPRC as we talk to Lucien, when the director of communications and training from the PPRC. He said that they'll look inside the chief Sam Sumana in issue and other one them then will give ruling today. Continue for Watch Liberty TV throughout the day as we get sorry, I beg your pardon. He say anytime from now, then go give the ruling on this matter. Continue for watch Liberty TV throughout the day as they also for break all the relevant news then to una and also give una accurate information about different issues them where they happen. And one for say we still in at the festive season and we will continue for give shout out to we most loyal people that we don't deal with throughout the year. As of Friday, we dedicate the whole show to una. We give shout outs to certain people them and also one for continue for appreciate una for all the support and the love we una continue for show to Liberty TV as this now only trusted digital platform where they bring you information but different in the way they happen. One for say many thanks to Musa Saokoma and also Conte we can support for make sure say they support the production team for let this edition of the breakfast show reach you. Mina Khadija Bangura say have a great day.
All right. Till we meet again, Mabel Kabade. So get a good week and compliments of the season.
So
Goodbye.
can I say compliments of the season to you all and say congratulations on your graduation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are proud of you guys.
Thanks.
At Farmos, freshness isn't just a promise, it's our way of life. From raw and smoked catfish to kanya peppers, beni, rice and gari kanya and natai. From premium crayfish, ogiri and fufu to smoked chicken, fresh eggs from the farm to the fridge, country chicken and garden fresh vegetables. Try our habanero pepper, gari, hot pepper sauce, pure honey and so much more. All locally produced, organically grown, harvested fresh every day, and hygienically processed. A fresher taste, healthier foods, stronger communities. Farmos, fresh from our farms to your home. Visit Farmos at 1 Fode Drive Hill Station, Freetown. Call +232 74 000044.
Term them like this, where politics they shape with future, career they define we path them, and the economy they touch everybody in life.
Big thank you to
One program where they ask the hard question them and seamlessly bring the answer them close to you, face to face with the movers and shakers. The voice them will matter, the issue them will count. One time per week, one big name, one big issue. One-on-one on Liberty Online TV. Every Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. with Khadija Bangura. One-on-one, only on Liberty Online TV.
Country like Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na politics and the people. The program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Now you platform where they turn up for the true and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV.
Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
Auntie Mami. Yes. How you please get like so?
So back I don't do am.
Eh?
Me phone and they charge. Me also always get light. Me picking and able for study. Me now so back I
You dey enjoy.
I for enjoy.
Yes, sir! Plenty Soba Kaima don't boss! Orido Kunado, the mega campaign all over the country. When they turn all man to Soba Kaima, don't die and star 500 ash for activate the Soba Kaima offer and talk Poku or die and ash for ash or use Maxit for pay with orange money anytime, any side and start chance for win. Soba price them every week like Stola kits them. Okada generator and every month one person will win keke or they give you the power for build your life, support your family and better your community. You self can live the Soba Kaima life.
Orange.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.